What's up all you lads and ladies? Welcome to another fascinating video in the world of comedy and Reddit. If you liked the video, post your favorite Reddit comment below, and I'll give you a shout out in my next video. Thanks to Kurtadinkins in my last video who commented that I finally had an intro, and I think he likes it. Well, I'm glad you like it, good sir. Keep the good comments coming. Hope you enjoy this video about spouses and managing finances. Oh how fun this will be. My fiance 25M spent our entire savings, which we both were saving for our wedding and honeymoon, to buy a gaming PC. What's worse is that ever since he got the PC, he has totally ignored me. 27F. He has absolutely forgotten that I even exist in his life. My fiance and I got engaged in December last year. In January this year, we both together decided to save money every month for our wedding and honeymoon. In 6 months, we saved around $8,000. Last month, my fiance's best friend bought a new gaming PC, so even my fiance wanted to buy one. So he asked me, but I denied it, because we both already had laptops. I told him that he can play games in the laptop that he already has. He repeatedly kept asking me if he could buy a PC, and I finally agreed to it. Now I regret it so badly. After a week, the PC finally came, and with the PC, a new table and chair also was delivered. Apparently he had ordered a gaming chair and a table as well. That night, I asked him how much it all cost, and he was a little hesitant to tell me. After a while he told me, and I was distraught when I heard that he had spent our entire savings of $8,000 to buy the PC. We had a very big argument that night, and I scolded him for spending all our savings, because that savings contained not only his money, but my money as well. And we were saving it for our wedding. After everything I told him, his final reply was, "I will earn it all back soon." I don't trust those words at all. I thought anything worse than this couldn't happen at this moment, but it has. It has been about 2 weeks since he got the PC, and since then, my finnecker hasn't gotten up from his new chair. Ever since he got the PC, he hasn't even seen my face. The only time he talks to me is when he is hungry. He calls to me and tells me to get him something to eat, drink. I call him to watch TV and he denies it, saying that he's busy. I call him to sleep together and he denies it and says that he'll sleep later. His sleep schedule has been fricked. He plays games the whole night and sleeps at 5 AM and wakes up at 2 PM. He's asleep when I'm awake and he's awake when I'm asleep. From the past 2 weeks I've been so lonely that it feels like I'm alone at home and nobody to even talk to. He is ignoring me so much that I think he has absolutely forgotten that I even exist in his life. I honestly feel like his waitress nowadays, because from the past 2 weeks, the only interaction we both have is him asking for food and water and me giving it to him. He has also 100% stopped doing all the house chores. From the past 2 weeks, I have been the one doing all the house chores, and it's getting very hard for me to do it all alone. We used to share our responsibilities and do all the house chores together, but from the past 2 weeks, he isn't even taking care of himself. He is barely even brushing his teeth and taking a bath, let alone do the house chores. Also, he is actually supposed to be working from home, but ever since the PC arrived, he hasn't even touched his laptop to work, and he isn't even seeing his phone to check if someone has called, text him anything regarding work. I'm now genuinely afraid that he might lose his job. Everything that is happening right now is so bad. I called my parents and told them about it last night, and they almost had nothing to say. I'm thinking of calling his parents tonight and telling it to them, and maybe they can knock some sense into him. I honestly don't know what else to do now. I want to burn that PC. It would be very nice if someone suggested me something about this. Thank you very much for reading this, and thank you very much in advance for your comments and suggestions. First off, stop catering to him and giving him food and water. Make him get it himself. Second, try your best to have a conversation with him. Tell him to turn the damn thing off for 10 minutes and talk to you. That you are worried about how he's been acting the last 2 weeks. If something doesn't change, go spend some time at your parents' or a friend's. I'm completely baffled by the catering to him. Stop OP. Even from the first line, the way she talks about their dynamic is that of a partner child. Once she's settled in her new place, it would be good for her to go to therapy and unlearn her mindset that relationships are based on mothering your partner. Not trying to say she's a bad guy, just something I noticed in her response. Exactly. If I did this to my wife, she would probably just straight up cut the computer in half with a chainsaw and say, I paid for half, so this half is mine. I like her. Back this comment. Handshake. Better men about. Though he sounds like a boy in a man's body. Also, he is actually supposed to be working from home, but ever since the PC arrived, he hasn't even touched his laptop to work, and he isn't even seeing his phone to check if someone has called, text him anything regarding work. I'm almost sure he either doesn't have a job anymore or he got himself a vacation. You can't just not check your laptop, work phone for 2 weeks and still keep your job. After a couple of days of missing work without giving a reason, they either try to get in touch with you through other means or fire you directly. I agree with the other people that commented $8,000 for a gaming PC is too much. You really should get to the bottom of this and go from there. But I don't see how is this salvageable. He clearly doesn't respect you and seems that he doesn't really care about you. I wouldn't marry someone like him. Hell, at my work, if I went completely dark and didn't answer emails or texts for a few days, my job would send the cops to my house to check on me. We legit had someone from my work who went missing a few years ago and found out through the police that she was in the hospital. We were all very relieved that she was okay. He's probably quit or been fired. Even when I think frick it, play devil's advocate and look at it from a perspective of rooting for this guy, there's just no reason beyond he doesn't actually want to get married and decided to blow the savings because he had access to it. At least she has a good insight into his financial capabilities and what he might be like down the road. Hope OP runs and doesn't tell him, just packs her bags, and when he starts going, hey honey, can I get a glass of water, honey, he realizes she's gone. Also, she should pawn the ring and take the cash. She's owed at least that. My monitor, which is the Acer Predator Z35 and is freaking top of the line on 4K, cost less than $3,000. My gaming PC, which had, at the time, the best graphics card available, GTX 1080, was $2,000. What the frick did he freaking buy? How on earth did he manage to spend $8K on a PC and chair, etc.? Did he buy a itty overpriced pre-build? Yeah, even 1/4 of that would get anyone way more than they really need. I'd assume he just clicked add to cart on whatever Alienware he could buy. LOL, Alienware is what I'm thinking it is. In which case, OP should leave him just on that alone. Even Alienwares don't go that high, I think. The dude's a Dumbo either case. Making a stupid financial decision and then ignoring his fiance. I just went to the Alienware page to try it. I was able to get upwards of $9,000 by getting the most expensive desktop, base price $4,500, and selecting lots of upgrades including dual monitors, one of them curved, expensive headsets, a VR headset, an Alienware branded gaming chair, and all sorts of accessories, fancy keyboards, a fancy mouse, etc. Holy crap. I stand corrected, but you should delete this in case Op's boyfriend feels like he's entitled to another upgrade, lol. Sounds like the PC is half yours. You should take up gaming too. Stop doing things for him. Don't feed him anymore. And most importantly, dump him and find an upgrade. Yeah, I wanted to say the same thing. The PC is yours too. Sell it, give him half the money and say goodbye. Also, why would you feed him and then complain he doesn't get up himself? SMH. I like the idea of her selling his stuff and giving him half the money. After all, he said he'd pay her back and he did unanimously decided to spend their savings without her input. Not sure how legal this is though. Personally OP, I wouldn't be able to stay with my partner after something like this. He's not ready to be married. He's definitely not behaving like an adult. Cut your losses, if you can. Sell the gaming set and give him half the money and just end the engagement. Imagine if this had happened after the wedding. After you two had kids, you wouldn't get anything close to the purchase price on resale though. As a gamer myself, I have to confirm there's a significant difference between what you can do on a basic laptop versus a good desktop. But you can get a good desktop for $1,000 minus $1.50 K. You can get an excellent desktop for $3,000. If you paid $8,000, you got taken advantage of and paid way over market for a fancy advertising label. You'd be lucky to resell for $4,000. Make sure to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell like it owes you money. Remember to post your favorite comment from the video in the comment section below for a chance to be featured in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this fantastic video and I hope you are all staying safe. Show a small channel some love by liking and subscribing. Take care. Pip pip cheerio. Much love from me, Matt British.